Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From midfield now on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man, it's Madden. And it's a fumble, and the Falcons grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. From the 41, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And that takes us from second to third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Logan Paulson, 39 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Left side completion to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Ryan. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to lose yardage here as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it, Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Returnable for Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's second and 14.
Let's go. Do you tighten up?
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Now it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Carson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
They certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Go! Get it! 25!
Throwing now is Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Come on. Two times.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And now on the heels of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo.
A quick observation, Brandon.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 35 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Watch it out right there. Good job right there. Alert.
There's Wilson to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It doesn't take a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash. This from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Coleman. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes. Here it comes. White. 21. Hey, Haywood. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
21. Here we go. Hey, Alpha. 50 to Mike. 50.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dee Ford in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Quentin Jefferson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
one thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Pettis once again the target.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead.
17.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive with Coleman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
21.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Black 80. 12.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trent Taylor, 46 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Throwing now is Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.
And he's going to go down again. Cassius Marsh able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They begin with a run by Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Watch a slant.
Garoppolo looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.